All right. Welcome. how we are? How we are? Hopefully we are good. Um Hello. Hopefully everything is going well for you. Hopefully you have had a recovery uh Friday. I was so tired and my brain was not braining, as CB likes to say sometimes. Um so I feel like I took yesterday and tried to sort of recover a bit, spent the day reading. Um, and I have not crocheted anymore, but I don't know if you can tell, but I have my 3 chickens up top and 2 chickens right there. So I have 5 chickens on that shelf. They're very hard to see at this distance. um, but anyway, so I did not crochet any yesterday, um, but I went grocery shopping and did some household things. We're currently doing laundry today. Um, but yeah, so yesterday was sort of just a recovery day in some ways. My mom has been uh, helping, I've been helping her do uh, her restock of her vanity because we just gotten our primary bath redone. And so we changed vanities. And so she's deciding what to uh, toss, what to donate, what to keep, in terms of what goes back into the vanity, because the vanity is smaller. She wanted a smaller vanity so that she didn't stuff it full all the time. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so reorganizing and doing stuff like that. Yeah, mainly just kind of like, I guess, puttering. I don't know. I did go, like I said, I went to the grocery stores, got our lottery tickets because the 2 main lottery games are very high. The Mega Million is like 1.1 billion for Tuesday night, this coming Tuesday night. And then Saturday's drawing for Powerball was like 750 million, but I saw the jackpot is now up to 800 million. So I don't think we won. But yeah, so lottery tickets, that kind of stuff. Yeah. In terms of today, I think I'm going to brainstorm / brain dump my list of things that I want to get done in Q2 and sort of piecemeal together what I want to add and change or leave up in terms of like the Kanban board. I think my pink stickies are going to just stay there. I think that's going to be my goal for Q2, is just like to finish those out and sort of like get back on a routine for accomplishing those. Some of these, like these 2 green stickies, I'm hoping to get done. And these may get done in the next week or so. So we may just leave those up and add to the green stickies for that sort of like genre of thing that I want to do. So the green is more some admin stuff. The pink is like outdoor activity type things. The blue, which is mostly done, you see there's just a little bit left of the blue. That's my writing tasks for the quarter. So I'm trying to decide if I want to keep going with the blue, in which case I only have this many, or if I change, have a different color for every month. So like April would be blue for April showers. May flowers might be, well, I've already got a pink, so pink wouldn't do. I don't know. I've got this other dark sort of bluish purple. Maybe that could do. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna first see how many stickies I need, and then we'll go from there. But I think today is going to be brainstorming the list of what's going to go on the Kanban board, maybe narrowing some of that down. And then I also want to work on doing some editing. I think I am outlined / planned out in terms of the project that I think I had wanted to do for April. So I'm just going to take a day or so and decide before April gets here whether or not that's really the project that I'm going to do for April, or if it's going to go on the back burner, because outlining it was a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. So there's something in my brain that's telling me that maybe it's not fully formed in my head yet. So I may just have to put that on the back burner. And yeah, anyway, so planning today, I think, because we're headed into the last full week of Q1. So that's kind of where my brain is at, is looking ahead to Q2. Rachel is grabbing some grub, but hugging the like button. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Keiko says, hiya. Going to be joining a bit later. You're also getting dinner. Excellent. Yes, food is good. Megan is here. Hello. Now that you have finished your ableism post, I have no idea what I'm working on, but I'm in the mood to be creative, so here I am. Excellent. And also, Megan wishes everybody a happy Palm Sunday to those who celebrate. Happy Palm Sunday. Comment says, hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome. Keiko says, I kind of want to rather play The Sims. You're having a pretty crappy week. Oh, no, you're still waiting for your student money. Oh, goodness. You've sent them the documents that they lost, only to see with the tracking number that the letter is sitting for 2 weeks in their post office box. Oh, gosh. That's frustrating. It's very frustrating. Megan says, that sucks. Sorry you haven't received your student money yet. Yeah. Keiko is going to send it via email, because the last time when you filled out their form and all that stuff, it stayed a month in the PO. Oh, goodness. Yeah. And you might want to just say, I'm sending this via email because it is currently sitting in your post office box for more than 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah. I like this, this plan of action for you. Hopefully it works out. Comment said, hello, everyone. Hello. Francis says, hello. Hello. Megan says, hi to comment. Keiko says to Megan, I'm waiting now. You've been waiting for almost 7 months. Oh, goodness gracious. If I send via the email, you hope the woman works through it within a week. So you might get your money in April, or at the very least May, but it could take 2 more months. Wow. That's frustrating. That's very frustrating. And to have to wait that long, especially if you're counting on that money to pay for the next semester, that's frustrating. Keiko says, okay, this was the addendum to the previous comment. Becca says, hello, welcome. CB is here. Hello. You're going to finish the nap you were in the middle of, and then you're going to get about 30 minutes. Fair enough. Megan says, your boyfriend broke the front door. Oh, no. So now we can't go to the botanical garden today. Is it just like the door handle situation, or is like the door broken? Or maybe just the hinges? Becca says, 1 more week of this class, then I have a week off for spring break. Yay! Excellent. It's not for the next semester. This is going to be your last semester. Okay, so is it for sort of like, is it your stipend for while you're doing your thesis? Is that what it's for? You need the money because you live in a kind of student housing and you have to move out when you finish. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. What are we doing today? We are being productive, maybe. Hopefully. You could live so far without it because you still had some from the last time and your student job. Gotcha, which is good. It's good that you have a backup. Megan says the thing that locks, the thing that lock goes into to keep it shut got shifted. Boyfriend tried to shift it back, but made the situation. Okay, so the plate, the plate with the sort of square hole in it. Gotcha. But now it's, oh yeah, without the money, it's not going to work anymore. It's German bureaucracy for you. Every third German student lives in poverty. Oh goodness. Okay, so yes, the plate. Yeah. So usually those are screwed in. So did the screws get yanked and sort of like pull the wood out? Or like strip the screws, essentially strip either the screws or the hole that they go into. You may be able to replace the screws if the issue is with the screws. If the issue is with the wood, you may have a different problem. I know, so my mom has found a couple of places that are like surplus construction material places where you can go and essentially like thrift construction materials for cheaper than buying it like at one of the big box stores. So if you have a standard sized door, then you may be able to thrift one for a reasonable price, if that makes sense. He's tried squeaking in so many times that the wood is all funky now. Okay. So depending on how involved you want to do, you can sort of, you can actually flip the door around and have install the plate on the opposite side of the door frame. Again, this may depend on how handy you want to be. You're having maintenance deal with it. Okay. Gotcha. But that means you have to wait for maintenance rather than going out to the botanical gardens. Gotcha. Keiko says it's one of the reasons why so many people discontinue their studies because of the financial stuff. And if you live during your childhood also in poverty, gotcha. And it's very stressful and you know that nothing but stress. Yeah. And if you try to study medicine, psychology, social work, something, yeah, you can't work that much while you're studying or you have to make it longer, which, yeah, the public doesn't like as well. Yeah. No, it's a very frustrating situation. So I can imagine that would be very stressful and very irritating to deal with. Can't swap the door because you're in an apartment. Gotcha. Yeah. In that case, maintenance it is. So, yeah. Yep. All right. So, hopefully we can get a little bit of the frustration off to the side and get something productive done or something creative outlet wise. I have my little dashboard that I'm going to be working on, just a piece of scrapbooking paper inside a sheet protector. This is what I use for my stickies. So got that to my side. I've got my Bujo, so that I can get those prepped for the board. I don't know if I will take down these until the month is actually like closer to over, but we shall see. I may just prep the board today, or I may just brainstorm today. I'm not sure. We'll just see what we feel like. We do need a card for today, though. We need a card. The skunk. We have the skunk, which is know your own worth. It's a very cute little skunk. Here we go. Found the place in the book. So here is our cute little skunk friend. Has a little masquerade mask on. Super cute. Know your worth. What do you value? What do you believe in? Is your best, most authentic self on display? The skunk comes as a reminder that you can be proud of who you are and know what you have accomplished. Know your worth. Not everyone will agree with you or share your values, but you can walk with your head high, knowing that when you express your integrity, others can feel your authenticity and will be inspired by it. Be who you are, and if your reputation precedes you, good. You have much to be proud of, and the skunk wants you to be your best self, the true you. So there you go. There's our cute little friend, cute little skunk friend on a daisy or aster of some sort. I always like the skunk because they're cute. But also it reminds me of one of my college professors because he literally had skunk stripes dyed in or bleached into his hair. And he was always a very fun professor because he was just a little out there. So Megan says, if you don't let it out somehow, it'll find other ways to escape from you in terms of frustration, right? Keiko says, I know, but complaining doesn't do it anymore because you're getting stressed from your family because of the situation as well. Oh no. Your aunt blamed you for not phone harassing or sitting yourself behind the desk and working through your file. I don't think you can go up to that office and like do it for them. That's not how that works, unfortunately. Skunk, yes. So you'll be eating lunch and then playing Sims. Excellent. I know, it's so cute. I love it. CB says, yesterday I had quite a day. You were supposed to go see the new Ghostbusters movie, but the website glitched. Oh no, and somehow double booked the seat that you had booked, so you're going to go tomorrow. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Try to find that. Yeah. Not exactly logical, right? CB says, I explained to the cinema staff that I would be happy to see it tomorrow because you have flexibility in your schedule, right? Yes. Yes. Yeah, no, they do not let you. Generally, colleges do not like it when you access their information systems, which have people's private information, because they are supposed to keep that confidential. So giving you access to that system when you do not work for the university in that capacity is a huge no-no and could get you in serious trouble. I don't know exactly what the laws are over there in terms of like privacy and access to very confidential identifying information. But yeah. And in terms of the phone harassment, harassing anyone is not a good thing. But I think an email, like you said, emailing the forms and notifying them that it is currently in physical form sitting in their PO box, I think that is a good option of like a reminder of like, here's my stuff. You actually do have access to this, but here it is in a different form in case this is more convenient for you. More like, I don't know. Is that petty? I don't think it's petty. I think it's just like, here, a gentle reminder, if you will. But anyway, let's go ahead. Now that we have our skunk friend for the day, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a document so that I can brainstorm all the things I want to do in quarter 2. And I'm also going to pull up Q2 brainstorm. I'm also going to pull up the document that I want to edit. So those are now open. and ready. And we're going to start with a beach timer because I feel like I have been very much enjoying those. So I'm going to find the what I want for the timer. Oops, I forgot to pause it. Oh dear. Okay, now it's going to try. It's going to try real hard. Okay, well, is it going? Here we go. We're getting closer. All right. Here, make sure my volumes are up and all that. So, one, save your document, especially if you have already been working today, or pull up whichever document or get your supplies out for whatever it is that you are feeling like you want to do today. Two is make sure you have something to hydrate with and go ahead and take a sip. Cheers. Three, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back to that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And four, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, how did we do? I brainstormed about 100 different, um, about 100 words, but most of those are talking about the different categories and the limits of what I think I can do. So I've gotten my reading stickies done, and I've color coordinated for 3 months. The writing, so if I'm on track, then I should be changing the writing tab or writing tab color every month in quarter 2. I'm gonna be. I've also got some extra of these purple ones because it was just like um, one that didn't have a whole lot of stickies left. So um, there's that. So I am on my way to getting my dashboard for my Kanban set up. So I got about 100 brainstorming words plus 90 plus 103 plus about 110 stickies written. But yeah, that's how we're doing. Keiko is headed off to play The Sims. Rachel says, I'm trying to make sure and capture all of the promotions I've got on my books in so that you can keep track of them all. Also, you were going to plan for April as well. Same here. Rachel says to Keiko, I hope it all gets worked out. Me too. Cool Gamer is here. Hello. Welcome. Rachel also says hi to Cool Gamer. Becca says, switching writing gears to screenwriting. Lots of contests coming up, and you figured, why not? Indeed, why not? 203 words for CB. Excellent. Megan worked on your crochet project because you need to finish it by the 6th, but this next sprint you're going to be working on your novel. You're banning yourself from working on Substack today. Yes. Some creative efforts other than Substack sometimes are good. Sorry. Excuse me. I did have coffee today, so I should not be yawning, but it happens. Okay, so I think I've only got I've got a few more stickies to do in the sort of like writing adjacent category. Like maybe about 20, not even 20 stickies to make for that. Maybe about 13 to 15 stickies for that. And then I've got a couple of green stickies, maybe about 10 for that. And then like maybe another 10 for my pink stickies that I need to get done. And that's about it. Then I can move to editing. And I will be able to set this dashboard aside to change the Kanban later. So that's that. Let's see. Francis says, you also did some planning, mostly for Q2 and prepping for Camp Nano. You might steal the sticky idea. Please do. I find that these, I like the page markers, page flags, page markers. I don't even know what their official name is. I can never remember. But they are the just like little teeny tiny flag size. I don't know. Anyway, there's one that's like a slightly shorter and a little longer this ways, that if you need a little bit more writing room, you can use those. But I find that these are more space economical on your Kanban board. So that's why I like these. And I like to buy the packs that come with 10 different colors that have, I think, 50 each. Yeah, they're either page flags or page markers, and I can never remember which one it is. Yeah, so some of them called page flags are the ones that are like slick, that are harder to write on, and some of them are page flags. They are writable, but they also say page markers on them. So I think they are going by both. So I don't know. Megan's trying to avoid burnout, but it's just so much fun to hyperfocus, right? When you're in the hyperfocus anyway, it's fun. So it might be a regional thing. It might also be like what Post-it has copywritten for the terminology. Post-it page markers. Yeah. Okay. So Post-it page markers are the writable ones. Post-it flags are the slick ones. And so they may be like, I don't know. Anyway, might be a copyright issue, might be a regional thing, might be a different language thing. So if you're in Europe, they might call it something else. I don't know. So they might call it one over the other. In which case, Canada is a coin toss because because sometimes you get the sort of Americanized version of things, and sometimes you get the more European style of things. So again, I don't know what they're called in all the places, and I can never remember, so I just usually type in both and see what comes up. Anyway, but I like the little tiny stickies because I find that is enough room for me to jot down like what it is that I am indicating for the goal without going too much into detail. So if you have a small Kanban board, I recommend these page flag / markers. There you go. Anyway, let's go ahead and switch timers, and we're going to go with the waterfall. Present, share screen. Share screen. Make it big. Don't forget, second sprint is the self-promo sprint. So if you have something you want to promote, please do so. My self-promo is just, if you are not subscribed, please consider it. Here we go. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with. Cheers. Hi, Thog. 3, straighten your spine. Roll your shoulders back to that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so that was sprint number 2. Don't forget to do your promo if you are interested in doing so. I am trying to decide on an April washi tape situation. And I also, like, I have not done my I've not done my full washi swatch pages in here. I've just used my old ones as a reference a lot of times. So comparing them side by side, I didn't have, it's over there. I didn't want to get up and get it. So I also want to have like a reference in here of ones that I'm thinking of using for different things. But anyway, so I think I have narrowed it down. So when I show you this page, it's like not all of these are going to be options, because for March I had a sort of like a blue-green theme, mainly blue-green aqua situation with the windows. And so I'm thinking I want to step away from the green tone, green and pink. And I had added some of these wave patterns there on the bottom there for a couple of days. So I'm thinking for April, because I always think of like the rhymes, the April showers bring my flowers, whatever. So I was thinking something to do with water. So I was initially looking at these top two, which this one is sort of like, I think it's really technically supposed to be sky, but it looks like an underwater scene to me. And then one of these traditional waves. And then I was like, then I saw this, the cherry blossom sky and starfall. And I was like, ooh, that looks cool. Maybe I should go with that. And then if I don't want to have that blue-green, this one is sort of off the table. So I've got these two. And then I just remembered I've also got this wave pattern, which is a much darker sort of blue. It's almost black. So traditional wave. So wave, cherry blossom, or stork. Again, wave, cherry blossom, or stork. Which one do you think? Because again, a lot of mine are sort of blue-green tones. And if I want to have like an interrupted month for a color break, then those are off the table completely. So anyway, so if you have a preference between wave, cherry blossom, or stork, let me know. Okay, so again, self-promo sprint. Make sure you go ahead and do your self-promo. And also, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. Megan says, have you ever wondered what ableism is and how to recognize it in the real world? Then this post is for you. And here is Ableism 101, Recognizing and Resisting, post from Megan McCarthy. Or you can check out all the things that Megan does on the web. And here's Megan's link tree. CB's self-promo is that all of your links on your YouTube basic info page. You're almost 9 chapters into the current draft of Stark for President, which is on all 3 of the sites that are linked there. Nice. Excellent. Megan also says a big thank you to everyone who signed up to receive Megan's Substack posts. CB got 485 words that time. Nice. And is going to go fix dinner, mozzarella sticks, and potato waffles. Very tasty sounding. Megan worked on your novel, that sprint, did some Alzheimer's research, and then also did some brainstorming. Okay, CB likes the purple pink tone, which is the cherry blossom. Sarah also likes the the cherry blossoms, cherry blossoms, cherry blossoms. Okay, everybody seems to be on the same page that it should be the color break with the cherry blossoms. So I will do that for April. I also have some of the fun little postage stamp cherry blossom themes, so that'll go nicely as well. I may have to look back at last year's and see what I did for last year's. That way I either do or don't copy what I did last year with the cherry blossoms. So I don't even remember what month I had cherry blossoms in then. Might have been March. I don't, no, it wasn't March, because March I had the waves. I'm doing something very similar, I guess. I had these blue, green, and pink waves last year for March. So, but yeah, I'm trying real hard not to buy new washi tapes. I haven't said anything about the stickers that I've bought this year, but I'm trying not to buy more washi tape. Even though I saw the washi tape shop had some that are, was it Monet? I think Monet. And they were gorgeous and I really wanted them. But again, I'm trying to use up what I've got before I go buy new stuff. I don't think that this year is going to be a complete no buy for stationery, but it is going to be a severely limited buy for sure. Francis says cherry blossom time will be around April 15th to 21st, so it's very fitting. Here it's already happened. Like the Cherry Blossom Festival was supposed to in Conyers, Georgia, happened yesterday. And most of the cherry blossoms have already bloomed and gone. So, you know, no, it's not that. Yeah, exactly. If it makes you happy, then using the same washi tape over and over definitely is a good thing. I also need to use up more of my scrap paper because it needs to happen. I've got so much scrap paper that needs to be used or donated. So we need to make some progress on that. Helping my mom with decluttering is again reinforcing the idea of I've got too much stuff. I need to declutter. So anyway, while I think about how I'm going to lay out my cherry blossom theme for April, we're going to start a new sprint. And we're going to do another 30 minutes. And let's see, what's it going to be? Babbling Brook. Because, again, it's convenient and there. Share screen, share screen. Share, make it big. All right. So, 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back, that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, how was that? I went ahead and penciled out and then started filling in the April calendar. Um, and by filling in, I mean coloring. I decided I was going to have colorful boxes this time instead of um, blank boxes. So I've gone for pastel colors that sort of match the washi tape that I'm going to be using to decorate. So hopefully when it's all said and done, it'll look decent. So here is the boxes for the month. I've gone for pink, blue, purple, sort of in not quite dusty colors, but kind of dusty at the same time. I don't know how to explain them. Anyway, and then a sort of like olive green for the border. I wasn't initially going to do the olive green, but then when I started filling in the little border that I had made for myself, it looked pretty good with the pink, so I went with it. But that means I have like 4 combos that I'm using for the setup. I don't love having like huge amounts of colors because I find that if I do, it sometimes gets a little muddled for me. But on the other hand, sometimes monochromatic is also not the way. So I don't know. But I had like I mean I've enjoyed doing some monochromatic things, but anyway, we're just gonna ignore my chaos. How is your chaos? My chaos is coming along, I should say. Tammy says to Megan, nice job. I think this is in regards to the Substack on ableism, and then also the Alzheimer's research and brainstorming. Cherry blossom time. Okay, yeah, I already did that. Yes. Sorry. CB hates the spring. That's when your allergies are at their worst. I don't mind the allergies when they are controlled by honey / medicine. But I do love the warmer temperatures. Not the hot temperatures, but the warmer temperatures. Keiko says, hi, I'm back. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. CB just reloaded your cans of pop in the freezer, and 2 of the ones you got from Amazon were empty. No more getting them from Amazon. You say cans of pop. Do you mean soda? Or is this more like popsicle juice? Fridge. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Two of the cans were empty, like they had leaked out, or they were just never filled. Heather says, popping in to boop the like button. Thank you very much. Maybe chat for a bit, and then not sure what you're going to do after that. Dog says, to be honest, I played World of Warcraft. My brain is kind of burned out of writing for now. Fair enough. It is, yeah, we have about a week, and we have a week after today before Camp Nano starts. So, yes, if you need to rest and recuperate, that might be a thing you want to do. CB says 187 words. Excellent. And now Thog is off to work. See you on Monday. See you on Monday and enjoy the evening. CB says, quote, speaking of amen, said an overly enthused voice, are we ready to go up to the viewing room and watch some memories? Heather says came over from Books by Adrian's stream / stream hoppers. They leaked out. Oh, goodness. That is not good. That's what yesterday our an order that I had made for my dad came in. He wanted a new Rand McNally atlas for we needed an updated one. So our last one I think was like in the 90s. I think I have one that's more recent in my car, but in general, a lot of the atlases that we have are out of date. And we've been looking at different places just for fun. And so we ordered a new atlas and it came yesterday. And when I got back from the grocery shopping, I saw it on the stoop and I was like, this looks like it's been opened. Like the perforation in the middle had almost all opened. There was like maybe 2 inches, an inch and a half to 2 inches on either side that had not opened for the perforation. I was like, somebody has been looking in this. So I looked at it and it looked okay from the top, but then I noticed that it looked like it had been run over. Like there was a tire mark on the like bubble mailer, like a tire mark. Not like a full-sized tire, like from a car, but like maybe one of the trolleys or something. I'm not real sure. Anyway, it had a tire mark on the full length of the bubble mailer. And the atlas that we ordered um was a spiral bound. So I was like, oh no. So when we got in, I looked it up. The spiral bound was a little bit down at the bottom, but the cover and the pages were like crumpled, like it had been it had been run over, and it was not in great shape. So since it was for Dad, I let him make the decision of like, do you want me to ask for an exchange, a replacement? And so he decided, yes, since we usually have them for 10 plus years, then we would definitely want a replacement. So I went ahead and like started the process yesterday, and then I ran up to the UPS store to do the drop off this morning. But yeah, so it's like our neighborhood is so small and so quiet, and we also have the local police. So the first 2 houses in the neighborhood belong to technically like a small city that decided not to incorporate with the rest of Athens. And so we have a police department that belongs to that small city. So we have police that come through and patrol the neighborhood from that small city. We also have the police that come through occasionally and patrol from the main city. So, so we have cop cars in and out of the neighborhood all the time. It's so small. Nothing other like really happens in our neighborhood. And so I don't necessarily think that it was like somebody coming up on the post to steal. I think it might have been the Amazon driver checking to see if it might be like fully broken and like having to do a report on it, or and essentially not wanting to do a report on it. And so thinking that maybe it was okay and just leaving it there. That's my guess. I don't think we have a package thief. I think it was more of like the Amazon driver was like, oh, this looks like it's been run over, and I wonder if everything is okay inside of it. And then like, it looks okay, toss onto the stoop. So again, I'm not real sure, but we've ordered a replacement. So yeah. Anyway, Keiko says, I'm writing out the books that you're going to be getting tomorrow. You only have one book in the original language and you need at least 2. Yeah. This was one of the things that I was daunted by when I was thinking about getting a doctorate degree, especially in my chosen like literature fields, is because they usually want you to do your own translating. And I'm not that good at Japanese. And I have forgotten nearly all of my French. And so I would not be able to, I think, do justice to this. So yeah, good luck to you. In general, you can't really find stuff about the topic you want your term paper to have. So you have to look at what you can get and then craft something from it. Yeah. Yeah. You'd be surprised how many people open stuff and stiff it, like in the toiletry section. So in terms of like in a store, I find that happens often. But also it's really hard when there are multiple things that smell in an area to pinpoint whether or not the one that you are thinking about getting is one of the smells that you will enjoy without opening it and like bringing it towards your nose. It's really hard for me anyway to pinpoint. So not like unwrap cellophane type of unwrapping, but just like pop the lid and smell. Like that seems a little normal to me, but maybe that's because I'm American and like I don't know if that's normal outside the US anyway, but yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Amazon driver and not post office because they left it on our stoop. It's small enough, the package was, that it would have fit in our mailbox. So if the mail person had delivered it, it would have been in the mailbox and not on the front stoop. What you observe while stuffing the pizza into the shelf across from them are the shower stuff files. Gotcha. Yeah. Post office. Yeah. Thought it was yeah. Stuff in the supermarket is always, yeah, shoved back where it doesn't belong. Your parents have had a problem with Amazon delivering their stuff to the wrong address. Yeah. Well, this is also because of poor city planning, because you have street names that are extremely similar. There's like a, and this used to happen at our old address too, because there was a Crown Point with an E and a Crown Point without an E, and they were in different parts of the city. So, that happened all the time. And then when you have duplicate numbers, so you can have like a 132 Oak Court, and you can have a 132 Oak Street, and those can get confused very easily. So yeah, it happens, and that is poor city planning. Keiko says, "Oh my gosh, yes, you need to get at least another one in Japanese. You don't find stuff about the Yoshiwara or Nishikawa Sokonobu, like women in Edo art, either being artists themselves or being represented." Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. CB says it's frowned to open up the lid and sniff in Europe. Okay, understandable. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and do another sprint. And what sprint is this? I think this is this the 4th sprint? Yes, I think so. I think it's the 4th sprint anyway. Present, share screen. I might have to go take a quick bio break this sprint as well. So take care of yourself. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back, that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. 4, make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I am attempting to get these little cherry blossom stickers off of the roll. Um, and I have come to the conclusion that I do not care for this type of sticker on a roll. So they are varying shapes of cherry blossoms. And they look very cute, but they are hard to get off the roll. Very hard to get off the roll. Anyway, I have got the washi tape down at the bottom. I've got my events and some of the monthly tasks that I need to get done. I'm trying to sort of like decide how I want the layout. I've got a section for weekly priorities, and then I'll start my daily situation for dailies. But I just now realized I did not do a page for trackers, so I may have to do it like on the weekly basis rather than the monthly basis, and just sort of like have a tracker up here in the corner or something. But I'm gonna decide that in the next couple days. It does not have to be decided today. So, yay. Thankfully. But yeah, I hesitated as to whether or not to add the black, but if I'm being honest, it was kind of a pain to have to keep, like I would grab like a regular pen, then I'd have to remind myself to try and only use these colors for March, and it was kind of a pain. So by this past weekend, or this weekend, I just grabbed whatever pen was available, and it was fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and not care as much about the color-coded like daily writing. Sure, it would look pretty, but I mean, it's supposed to be there for functionality. So so that's what we are focusing on, making sure it's functional as well as pretty. So yeah. But I think it is essentially like where I want it to be for right now. And here's the roll-in question of cherry blossoms that may or may not get thrown out after this month. Because there's not a whole lot left on them, which is probably also good. But yeah, so I now have April calendar overview set up for the month, which is good. Now I don't have to worry about not having that. But yeah. CB got another 204 words. Excellent. CB says a big part of you wants to go and clean the kitchen, but you said you would do it tomorrow when you got home from Ghostbusters. Gotcha. You're going to go see Hamilton on Thursday of this week as well. Nice. Typos just happen sometimes. Keiko says, I have a huge stack of books, and it looks like I'm going to be doing something ukiyo-e and other stuff as the topic. Okay. Gotcha. So we got 73 words. Nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah. So it's now 5 o'clock. Essentially, I've not done the editing that I wanted to do today, but some days you just need to take a break and get something else done. And this was kind of fun. Choosing the theme for next month. Thanks for helping with that, y'all. And I think it looks pretty cute. I don't often do the calendars with the spaces in between the days, but I think it looks pretty cute. So I'm pleased with that. And it'll give me an excuse to use these little adorable little postage stamp cherry blossom things. So I'm excited about that. I have a lot of cherry blossom themed things because I bought like the set from I think Notebook Therapy, of their cherry blossom like box set of washi tape and stickers. So I think I have an unboxing and swatching video on that somewhere in the depths of somewhere. But yeah. Okay, you're exhausted. Looks like you have to write about ukiyo-e because you can't find stuff about Nishikawa Tsukinobu or Kiyohara Yukinobu. Translated as the floating world. Gotcha. Okay. If I'm trying to remember if it is the type of painting, right? Colorful wood block prints from the. Okay, so they weren't necessarily made only in the Edo period, but usually those refers to the Edo period, 1615 to 1868, depicting scenes from everyday Japan. Some of them are a little bit more of like the supernatural as well, depending on. Its artists produce woodblock prints and paintings of female beauties, kabuki actors, sumo wrestlers, scenes from history, folk tales, travel scenes, and landscapes, flora and fauna, as well as erotica. Cool. Okay, and so you're looking for these two. You were looking for initially these two people in general, but can't find a whole lot of books about them. Would there be other scholarly papers as well, or are you like having to look at the paintings and prints and then like do your own interpretation of them? You're welcome. Thank you very much. I think it looks cute too. You've tried looking at JSTOR as well, but there's not really much there. You're looking for those two people or at least one of them. Gotcha. Okay. Those are not names that like ring a bell. Let's see if I can. Ishikawa Tsukinobu. Okay. Okay. So I'm not as familiar with the name, but there's definitely see if I can, because some of these you don't necessarily know that you have seen them until you look at them. So color as well as he did prints of actors but gained note for his work concerning women. Okay, gotcha. So he's got a collection in 2 volumes depicting women of all classes. Interesting. Okay. So he focused on women. And did the other Kiyohara. Okay, so that's more of that one in particular, is more of like as a painter and one of the foremost women identified within the Kano school. Okay. Of course, Wikipedia is not exactly the best place to look initially, but it can give you some ideas. So her father was a painter, and mother was also related to the teacher, so also painter. Do, 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 do. Notable for producing many works depicting women, including legendary figures. Gotcha. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know necessarily like if there's a particular scholarly engine that would have more about these two particulars. Can't really use newspaper articles. So there was an exhibition at the Metropolitan Museum, but you can't really use, okay, newspaper articles about the museum. So would then a museum then have pamphlets or transcripts of their like guide? Because a museum would be seen as like a decently reputable place. So if you could find copies of the museum's pamphlet or transcripts of the guide, or if they have books that they put out in general about their particular exhibits. Yeah, finding two particular authors or two particular artists is sometimes difficult when they're lost in the midst of like a whole movement. You tried looking around the topic, but you can't find any, so it seems like you have to do more about the erotica paintings. That's going to be so basic. Oh no. You're going to look tomorrow. You have to get the books tomorrow and survive work. Yeah. Yeah, I would say definitely try to, like, I don't know which you said. You mentioned JSTOR, but I know there's a couple others that you might could, like scholarly archives and stuff that you might be able to get the password to online and search around in there. But again, that's I don't know what exists already, so that is going to be the the problem of what you're searching for. So yeah. All right, y'all. I'm going to save my brainstorming list because that's really all I did thus far. So I'm probably going to work along with Julie this evening at 8. It depends on the access that your uni has as well. Yeah. All right. So again, save your document before you close it. All that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, it depends on what access your uni has, but you don't have access to everything. Yes, but like I know Galileo has sometimes has some online passwords that are available through the library. So if your local, like your local/state library has access to a different scholarly search engine than your university has, you could also find some additional sources that way. Things like that. Because I know like the high schools have different access to to databases than the universities have sometimes. So anyway, but sometimes there's stuff available there that's useful. Francis says, thank you so much for hosting. I had a blast as always. Yay, I'm glad. Excellent. Don't forget to save. I will see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday for the last week of quarter 2. And next week is the week that I have those fun thumbnails. So don't forget to vote for your chosen side of the thumbnail. All right, y'all. Thank you. And I hope we all have a good evening. All right. Bye.